Hey guys, welcome back to the Ring Binder. I'm Aashritha, and today I'm going to be giving you a full on in depth review of the Spectrum watercolors. So, I love Spectrum watercolors, I love their brand, I love their products, and I'm nowhere associated with them, or this is definitely not sponsored, anything like that. It's just my love for this brand that is making me film this video for all of you. So, without any further ado, let's get started. You might be wondering what a color pencil box is doing here, and that is because I store all of my metallic watercolors in this tin. But you're not going to see all of them today because the star of the show today is Spectrum. So, let's put that aside and let me bring all of these Spectrum watercolors into the frame. So here's my little Spectrum watercolor collection, and let me tell you a little bit more about the brand and the owner in general. So the owner of this brand is Jetal Letter Journal by Jet. I'll put a link to her Instagram in the description. She does amazing art, and her brand is equally amazing. So when I first saw Spectrum watercolors, I was not sure if I wanted to get them just because of the number of followers. I saw it when it was new, like fresh. Maybe it had like 10 followers. And but I definitely did want to give it a go somewhere because usually we see the number of followers before buying something from an Instagram store. If you see it has 100 like k followers, you'll be like, oh my god, it has 100k. That means it is a big brand, and I think we should all remove that because Spectrum amazed me. I definitely did not want to go for big brands straight up because I've had a very bad experience in the past with certain watercolor brands. But the moment I got these, I swatched them. That's it. I fell in love with the brand. I fell in love with the watercolors. You could say that they are so buttery, they are so smooth. I knew that I wanted more of these, and I knew I wanted to build my collection. In fact, they released a new collection called as Pastel Shimmers. They haven't officially released it yet, but they are available to shop, so you can definitely shop for them. And again, leave a link for that as well in the description. It is amazing, and I did order it. Like, you're seeing me film this video, so as I'm filming this, I did order it, and I can't wait for it to arrive. And my favorite shade from the basic set has to be Waterfall. I love Waterfall, and out of all of the dot cards, you could see Waterfall is almost over, and then Midas Touch is also almost over. But that doesn't mean that the dot card size is small. The dot card size is pretty good, okay. And the prices, see, that's where the problem comes in. No matter how much we like stuff, if it is too expensive, we definitely do not buy it. And I think the prices are where Spectrum, according to me, has done a great job. So their dot cards, I think, are around 60 to 80 rupees, 60 to 100 maybe, I don't remember exactly. And their quarter pants are around 100 rupees, I don't know, again I might be wrong. And then their half pants are somewhere between 200 to 300 rupees, which is a great price for half pants in the market. So for my second order, I bought the marine palette, not the entire marine palette, but 4 shades, which was seashore, and then jellyfish, sand, and coral. So there are two other shades called as whale and dolphin, which I will be getting, but I didn't get it yet. So all of these are quarter pants, and I used tack it to secure it because it is not magnetized pants. I think that is one drawback, but I still do not mind it. I'm just pointing it out. And then they were very kind enough to tell me that they have an unreleased retro palette, which no one has. And they told me I could get my hands on it, and I was like, yes. So I ended up ordering that as well. So I have stud baker, rustic door, a gramophone, and typewriter. And my favorite shade is typewriter, the second one. But all of the shades are amazing. In fact, I'm waiting for my pastel shimmers to arrive and swatch all of them for you. I later made a Spectrum swatch card with all of the shades I have, and they actually all fit in one page. And I'm actually a little bit disappointed that I did not make it on a bigger sheet of paper because I have no place for my pastel shimmers and I have to make a new one. But look at that shimmer, it is heavenly. So I have used black and white paper both here. So the bumpy part is the black paper, and I have used Scholar carbon paper, and the white paper is Canson 300 GSM watercolor paper that I have used. And you definitely don't need to go for straight up half pans or full pans or even quarter pans. Just start with the dot cards, but I would definitely tell you that these are highly addictive. And B is for basic palette here, M is for marine, and R is for the retro palette, and I realized I forgot to name a shade there. Now let's talk about activating these colorful candies. So usually for a dot card size like this, around 1 to 2 drops is enough, like for the buttery consistency. But if you want it to be more liquidy, you can obviously add in more drops, but I like it to be really creamy and buttery, so 2 drops does the job for me. And then when it comes to quarter pans, I would tell you that don't add too much water at once, because quarter pans are very, small, so you don't have a lot of place to mix your paint. And this is not on Spectrum, like any brand quarter pans, you don't have that much space to mix your paint. Hence I would say add like 1 drop, and then you can slowly, work your way up with that. Because sometimes what happens is, if you add too much water, you don't have enough space to mix, and then the paint ends up dripping, because the edges of the quarter pan, it's like really small, you can see that. I haven't tried half pans from Spectrum yet, but I have tried half pans. So for half pans, I would say around 2 to 3 drops if you want a buttery consistency, and you can add more if you want a more liquidy consistency for watercolor lettering. But I'm not going to speak a lot about that in terms of Spectrum. I am really sorry, but I cannot get over this shimmer. It is just so pretty. You can take a look at my swatch card if you want to see how the shades look on paper, or you can definitely visit Spectrum. The link is in the description, and go get your hands on these. Plus in terms of packaging, the packaging that it comes in is very nice. I will also link the unboxing reels that I have made of Spectrum, and I'll be unboxing the pastel shimmers too on my Instagram. They haven't arrived yet. It's not going to be on YouTube, so quickly go and follow me on my Instagram, the ring binder. And you can also click on the links to all of the unboxings or Spectrum related reels that I have made. Thank you so much for watching this video and listening to me just blabber about this watercolors and giving me an honest review. And make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.